Hi, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tash.
and we are Hart and Pine. I guess we just want to introduce ourselves to everybody in the YouTube community. I have been watching from the outskirts on the YouTube community for at least about a year and a half now. I think you're just getting into it recently. So it's time we jump in. Our company, our business is Hart and Pine Supply and Trade Company. We make a bunch of stuff. We try to repurpose, reuse things that we can. Use local ingredients, materials. And we really just want to put a face to the name and introduce ourselves to everybody. So this is us. I am more of...
Do you want to talk about what's in your pipe?
Yes. First, I'm smoking... This is a Winslow Blowfish. It was gifted to me by Mr. Stephen Downey, Downey Pipes. You should know him if you don't. Awesome guy. I went for a shop day with him, and I said, hey, that's a cool pipe in his pipe racks. And he goes, here, you can have it. I said, okay. Anyways, I'm smoking McCraney's Red Ribbon, my favorite go-to tobacco. What about you?
I have a Lorenzetti. It's a rusticated brandy bowl. And, inside of that I've got a Sillam's Black, which is a very nice English. My favorite I've found so far.
Yeah, the McCraney's is a straight Virginia. It's just got that sweet, nutty flavor that I love.
One of my faves too, yeah.
Sillam's as well. Sillam's Black is one of my favorites. Haven't had too many bowls yet of it, but everyone I've had has been quite pleasurable. Yeah,
and in my glass I have one of my home brews. This is all Citra hopped. I was calling it an EPA, but it's really more of an IPA now. It's came out a bit hoppier than I
show them your label.
Intended, and I like to dabble with some label design there too, just to kind of have a bit more fun with things. And so I named this one Citrus Tsunami.
It's really good. That's what I envision as being like an IPA. Just have that citrus.
Yeah, it's not like
flavor.
Overpowering. It doesn't wreck your mouth, but it's it lets you know it's there.
I'm drinking tea. My own blend of tea from the tea house here in Nanaimo. I got some black tea and some chai spice and got the proportions right and have a chai black tea. No, not black tea. Green tea. Yeah. So it's really good.
Jesse mentioned Nanaimo there, which is where we are located, which for those who don't know, and most of you, a lot of people out there have probably heard of Nanaimo bars before. And
no, nobody's heard of Nanaimo bars.
People have heard of Nanaimo bars. It's a thing. And this is indeed, in fact, where they were created. But we're basically central Vancouver Island, off the west coast of British Columbia, in Canada. Yeah.
It's beautiful here. It's really hard to... When I first moved here, it was just because it was kind of a small town with a big town feel. So it wasn't as crazy. It still isn't as crazy as some of the big cities. But now getting on our more adventurous lifestyle, getting into hunting and fishing, and there's just a plethora of things to do here now. And what's readily available close to us is not like many cities around the world. And I mean, BC is beautiful. And it's good to actually live in a place now where you do take advantage of all of the natural surroundings rather than taking advantage of it and never taking advantage of it? No. Not taking... Oh, whatever.
Not taking it for granted.
Not taking it for granted, not
but
advantage.
Taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a city of nearly 100,000 people if you include sort of some of the outlying areas. And I shot my deer this year within probably a 7-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
So, there's all sorts of stuff. It's a great place to live and raise kids and do all the things that we like to do. So, Just to sort of talk a bit more about Hart and Pine, we go to our website, which will be in the description and everything, I'm sure, heartandpine.ca, but you'll probably find that we're a little low on stock right now. We've had kind of a busy year with 2014 was really busy with our other business, which is video production. So we're just kind of finding some time to get back into the shop and starting to build up things, and wanted to start this podcast or vodcast, I guess it is actually called.
Whatever you can call it, whatever you want.
And yeah, so we hope to kind of do this weekly. But yeah, Hart and Pine does lots of woodcraft, leathercraft. Jesse makes pipes, I make knives, and then we kind of collab on all the other stuff. Shave sets. There should be some refurbished straight razors on the site in the next little while, and lots of good stuff, hopefully in the next few months.
Yeah. And like Tash said, we've been away for a while. So that's one of the things we want to put a face to who we are up now and say, hey, we're still alive. Hart and Pine is still very much alive and well. Tash is... So one of the new things with Hart and Pine that we're trying to do is bring on other makers as well. Mm-hmm. Is we want to lighten the load on us and providing everything in the market or in the store. So we want to bring on other makers and other things that they make. So that includes... So we run Hart and Pine, but we also separately have our own different brands of items that we make. So I make briar pipes as well, which I probably should have got one. I'll have one next time. And that's my brand is Bone Handmade, because my last name is Bone. And Tash does knives, which he does have one.
Just happen to have one here. This is recently completed, just off the bench, available for purchase as of today. Yeah, so kind of a different shape. I call it a truncated chopper because essentially what I did was took a chef's knife, more or less, and kind of cut the end off of it. And yeah, so Jesse's going to grab some shots with that other camera there. The handle, the scales are red maple burl that we plucked out of the forest here just outside of the city. And I did sort of a contrast style stain on it with some dark brown and light brown stain.
I like your stamp and the blade
too. Yeah, that's something we actually heat up the blade and hit it with a big hammer, set it right in there instead of just, a lot of people etch, which I don't mind, but I just thought the stamp kind of something a little bit different. And yeah, this one doesn't have any sort of like hardcore finish on the wood. It's just this oil called varnish oil called Tried and True, I think, and it's non-toxic, food safe. You can basically drink the stuff if you wanted, but
so yeah, what do you call that?
That's a truncated chopper, because like I said, I basically took like a chef's knife, and I haven't honed the edge yet. So took a chef's knife and kind of just knocked the tip off of it. So yeah, something a little different, and it does come with this leather belt sheath that I also made and dyed that with some brown so it kind of matched the handle.
Your logo looks really good in there too.
And yeah, pressed in the logo. So yeah, just any interest in that, you can comment on here, or you can send us an email, or however you want to get a hold of us.
Send
Instagram,
us a direct message,
whatever.
Yeah. Instagram,
And,
we are Hart and Pine on Instagram, so you can follow us and send us DMs on there. So yeah, I guess we want to talk a bit about the goals of this channel, or why we're here. I mean, I said at the beginning that we want to put a face to Hart and Pine, and we want to, just be an open book. I think one of our biggest goals... okay, I have to do a little disclaimer. I sometimes, like the past year has been a disconnect from the internet and from social media. As much as I could, I shut down my Facebook, all that kind of stuff, just to focus on real relationships rather than cyber relationships. And I took a year and, with a lot of meditation and a lot of thinking about it, for coming on this path and becoming a pipe maker and becoming a maker and all that kind of stuff and starting Hart and Pine, we were inspired by people online. Like Rowan Anderson, Whole Lotta Love. Who else kind of inspired you? He was a big one.
Yeah,
for
Roland
sure.
was really big.
There was a lot of makers that we got in line. Basecamp. Yeah. Basecamp is another Canadian company in Toronto. Graham Cameron, I think, is his name.
Yeah, it's definitely Graham. I don't remember his last name.
Oh.
It might be right.
Sorry, Graham.
Hi, Graham.
He's a big inspiration. Just getting back, getting back to making things with your hands. We were both working in office style jobs, and just which we kind of do now, but we have this outlet to make things and create things. We got into gardening, and we got into fishing and hunting and being accountable, and just being able to do stuff on your own is a huge thing. So one of the goals that we want to do with this channel is to hopefully inspire others, to educate and inspire if we can. I mean, we're not experts. I'm not a master pipe maker by any means. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years, and I took about 6-8 months off. So I love doing it, though. It's a great way to create. I love doing all the other Hart and Pine stuff, with our soaps and the shave sets and all that kind of stuff. I love doing it. So by no means are we claiming to be experts here, but we have learned things along the way, and we do want to share those. So that's one of the main goals, is to inspire you to get out and make stuff.
Yeah, and if we can happen to share a bit of knowledge along the way, then that's great. And like Jesse was kind of saying, we don't we don't claim to be experts, or I even pause to use the word professional, I guess, with a lot of it, but it's just a matter of just doing it, and it's just jumping in and figuring out. There's so much information available nowadays that there's no reason to sit around and want to do things. It's just a matter of doing it, jumping in. So that's our philosophy anyway, and it's been working for us the last 1.5 years or so really well. So
I'm sick of talking about stuff.
Yeah,
it was about time to do something. Actions speak louder than words, and it's so true. And so we hope that we can inspire you to do something.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to get these sort of podcast, vodcast, conversation, whatever you want to call it. We'll hopefully get these out once a week. And this one is just kind of an introduction, but we'll get into some more meaty content in the future, and as well as providing a bit of more background with Hart and Pine, because obviously we aren't Hart and Pine. Jesse Bone and Tash Baycroft. There is a story there, but we thought it would kind of be better to save that for another longer video.
We will introduce Kirk Hart and William Pine to you in the future. You can go on and read the legend on heartandpine.ca right now if you want, and find out. We'll kind of bring to light what all of that is.
Yeah, we work with a great writer, Sean. That's kind of we had a bit of a vision of the sort of Paul Bunyan-esque tale of Hart and Pine, and our writer that we've been working with, Sean, has done a great job of sort of bringing that to life. So have a little pick through the website and check out some of that stuff. And like Jesse said, leave comments, send us emails, interact with us however you want. And
we really want to be interactive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point, and it's about building a relationship with you guys and girls. So let us know. You can find us on Instagram, like I said, Hart and Pine, HartPine. You can find us on. We do still have a Tumblr. I believe we haven't updated it for a while. It's pretty cool. It's like our inspiration board, which I think we'll re-energize and get back into. Hart and Pine on Tumblr. We don't have a Facebook. Like we said, I'm off Facebook. Tash is still on.
My mom makes me.
And that's just for our own choice. You can find me on Instagram, Jesse Bone, JESSEBONE, where you can see a lot of my pipe making, my family stuff, and all that kind of stuff, if you're interested. You can find Tash. He can spell it out, because it's a hard one to spell.
Tashunka_Witko_ TASHUNKA_WITKO_.
We'll put it all in the bucket below. We'll put all the links down there. I think that's it. That's
Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you're still watching.
watching, not
and,
listening. They're watching.
And that's the video.
If they made it this far, thank you.
Thank you. And yeah. Cheers. And
Wait, let me grab my tea. Cheers.
Jesse will probably have a beer next time.
Next time.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week hopefully.
Adios,
Ciao.
amigos.